Mrs. Letourneau test, scene 1A, take 2.
Hello, I'm Mrs. R.G. Letourneau.
R.G. Letourneau.
R.G. Letourneau Incorporated of Longview, Texas.
It seems like only yesterday, and yet it was nearly 40 years ago, that I first met your founder, R.G. Letourneau. I'll never forget him.
I'm just a sinner saved by the grace of God, just a mechanic that the Lord has blessed. And I believe, we believe here, that when we're saved by the grace of God, we ought to be able to tell the story to other people.
We have an incredible heritage. Flying over the 156 acres of Harmon General Hospital in the mid-1940s, a spark was ignited in the heart of Mom Letourneau. Evelyn Letourneau suggested that perhaps the decommissioned Army Hospital could become the campus of a technical institute, where a generation of men and women could be formed and educated while her husband taught them how to make good with their hands. The vision came to life in 1946 as the first and only institution of its kind in America, a Christian Polytechnic institution. Students learned the theories behind the mechanics, mastered the application of skills necessary for effective industry leadership, and acquired spiritual grounding in order to flourish as citizens of the kingdom of God. These formative practices have continued over the years. The calling and establishment of this institution are examples of the generous hearts of our founders. Mom and Pop Letourneau modeled a life of generosity that paved the way for the relationships seen between students and faculty today. This legacy is evidence of God's unwavering faithfulness to us and brings into sharp focus who we are and who we must be. We are a one-of-a-kind institution of higher learning because of our unwavering commitment to the gospel story through offering technology-centric education where all academic areas and community practices align for the common good. Our graduates are commissioned to go into every workplace in every nation to bring excellence to their vocation through the hope of the gospel of Christ. Building into our future takes all of us working together, unifying around our institutional promises, living out the legacy of our founder and the teachings of Christ to allow our faith and ingenuity to transform us. We rededicate ourselves to a Christ-centered love for our students, colleagues, local communities, and an entire world full of turmoil, pursuing our work with a generous love to spur us on to acts of unity and faithfulness in the continued life of an incredible organizational family that we're all still a part of, a family that spans many generations and reaches around the globe to advance the kingdom of God. The legacy of Letourneau University has always been focused on blending theory with practice to solve real-world problems, benefit society, and promote human flourishing, all for the glory of God. This legacy has led to a one-of-a-kind origin story, but it's more than a legacy. It's a reminder of our collective calling and the generous love that our organization was founded upon. 75 years ago, our founders stepped up to the needs around them, but only after stepping into who God called them to be. Our work matters. God has called us here for this time to be a part of this story, a story with eternal impact.